Hey guys, this is Dillpill. This is the final tutorial in the How to Make Pixel Art with Graphic Scale tutorial series. They'll all be in a playlist together really soon. Um, and so we had part 1, getting started, extension of part 1, the tools, part 2, the outline, part 3, colors, part 4, shading, which is now complete here. Part 5, which is this tutorial, finishing up or cleaning up, whichever you prefer. So the first thing I always do when I finish as such is remove the outline. Well, sometimes your tree's gonna look better or your art will look better with the outline on. It all really depends on your taste. I tend to prefer it when I take mine off, but that's just me. And it depends on the art too. So you're just going to want to get your outline all drawn out here. And I'm just going to go ahead and skip to being done, so I don't really waste your time. Okay, so now that we're done, which is just kind of a tedious effort, and it can be really boring if you have a huge drawing. But you can always use the fill tool. That wouldn't have really worked here because I had a lot of lines that were, let me demonstrate, like this. And so I would have had to taken the green, filled this one, and then this one separately, and so that would have just been kind of boring. I'd just rather take the pen and arrow key over the whole thing. Down here I didn't fill it in with the wood color, my outline. I just erased it because I felt it looked nicer this way. But notice I left these on because I'll demonstrate this to you too. If I were to just simply color these in, it doesn't really look right. So what I do when I have this problem is I get another green and I make it really dark, almost black dark, but not quite. Just still green, but a really dark green, and I go over all this. So it still looks like the black almost, but not entirely. You can still tell it's green, but it still has that outline look right here on these bush parts. And that's kind of how to retain it if you like those parts. If you were okay with what I did to it, where I just took it off, you know, like I normally did with the rest of the outline, that's fine too. Like I said, it's your opinion. But what I'm going to do now is compare and contrast the two. With the outline and without the outline. Just pull up the original tree. And there you go. So you just kind of compare, contrast yourselves. It's your opinion, of course, which one you like better. I'm usually partial to these ones where I take off the outline, but I still do like this. And if I made an entire game where they all had a black outline, this would fit in perfect. But in most, this is going to be the winner, if you will. Any else finishing up that's going to be done is just observing it. Like, is there anything I can touch up on? Is anything off to me? And, of course, you always want to check your background. If you want to check the RGB values, red, green, blue values, if you're putting this in a game, you just right click it, pops up over here. 160, 160, 164. Those are the RBG values. And as always, this is going to be 255. unless you're making some kind of weird color. And then if you feel comfortable, you can always go into here, get the transparent color. That's hard to do though. It usually only works in layers with graphic scale, and it just shows it as white in other programs. But if there's a program that supports it, go for it. That would make it so much easier. Unfortunately, everything I use just makes it white. So I have to go through this whole thing of making the RGB values. Well, this is the 5th tutorial cleaning up in your graphic scale pixel art. This is the total end of the series. If you need anything explained that wasn't already, explained well enough, just send me a YouTube PM. You can email me. I have that on my channel, but I would much prefer you just send me a PM. I check that than my email or my response email address way more. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.